The University of New Brunswick is actually one of Canada's and North America's oldest public universities. It plays a vibrant role in terms of social and cultural life in New Brunswick, but perhaps even more importantly in terms of its economic role. The University of New Brunswick prides itself on being a doctoral institution. We grant something on the order of 50-60 PhDs annually in a range of fields. But at the same time, the University of New Brunswick also prides itself with that level of research intensity with also being a very fine undergraduate teaching institution. So we like to think we have the best of both worlds.
This university has become one of Canada's national comprehensive universities, teaching a broad range of courses from arts and science and engineering and forestry and that sort of thing. The concentration in the graduate fields has been Canadian, of course, one of our big strengths, especially Atlantic Canadian, which includes not just New Brunswick, but Nova Scotia, PEI, Newfoundland, and also the northeastern portion of the United States. We have a major field in military international. This is one of the leading places in Canada to pursue graduate degrees in certain areas of military histories.
I'm actually a member of the Canadian Forces. I was given the opportunity to do a master's degree, and I was very happy to do it here. Well, when I first showed up, I had a very broad thesis in mind, and Dr. Milner and a couple of the other professors at the Gregg Center really helped me narrow it down.
So the kind of general discussion of health and morale and all that kind of stuff.
The broad base of knowledge has really helped incorporate 3 or 4 areas of history into a single narrative.
Most of my colleagues, and I agree with them, would tell you that working with graduate students is one of the most professionally rewarding things we do. They come here invariably bright, keen, they have an idea. You get to work with them to develop that idea, to refine it, as I said, to think about how you can solve the riddle in the archives. What do you do when you run into a dead end? And then the process of reconciling the primary material with the secondary material and the theories. It's really great fun. And in some cases, some of the final products of our MA theses have been published as monographs, as scholarly books.
We're being taught not just by teachers, but by leaders in their field in terms of research. So this is a lot of cutting-edge knowledge that we're getting exposed to very early on. And so it's not just teaching in terms of this is what happened, it's also a mentorship in how you do research, how to think critically, how to apply lessons of history.
My sense and pride, I guess, in being part of the UNB graduate program is watching people go on to succeed. And you occasionally get the little email back or letter saying, you know, I finally made it, and UNB had an impact on my success. Really rewarding. And it's the greatest job in the world.
Faculty who come here are able to participate not just in the excellent supportive research and teaching climate, but they can also enjoy living in a very livable city. Fredericton is a marvelous place in which to live or to raise a family. A rich cultural life that I've found is a lot easier to participate in than in many larger cities.
I find that the community of Fredericton is a very welcoming community. I've gotten to know my neighbors very quickly. There are a lot of sources of funding to support research activities here at UNB, more than you would ever expect for its size. And in fact, you could probably compare what I have been able to access as a junior faculty member here to what would have been available to me at a larger research institution elsewhere.
Is it simply because physicians were better trained and they were more familiar with the childbirth process?
So on the one hand, you have real brass tacks financial support, and on the other hand, you have not only smart colleagues, but a very mature cohort of intelligent students to draw inspiration from.
These are difficult times for all universities in North America, but without doubt we're trying to build on excellence, and the History Department is one of those centers of excellence, and we are very interested in further developing our Atlantic Canadian studies, and there's talk of a new center. We're also, of course, building the Gregg Center for the Study of War and Society. So there's a lot of ongoing activity, and I hope will lead to more growth and more successful days.